couple of years ago, I went bay fishing in Destin, Florida, and I could see the fish for the first time in my life, and I was sight casting for them, meaning I was trying to put the lure right where it needed to be for them to get it. I'd never done that before, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had fishing. A couple of months later, Meat Eater releases an online series on YouTube. I'll put the link below, called Das Boat. And in the first episode of the first season, they go to the Middle Texas coast to fly fish for reds with JT Van Zandt, who happens to be the son of singer-songwriter Townes Van Zandt. I was watching the show and I was immediately hooked. I knew that this was something that I had to try, and I went to Bass Pro Shop that weekend. I walked to the fly fishing station. I said, "Hey, have you ever heard of fly fishing for redfish? Plan B." And the guy said, "Have I heard of it? It's the most fun that you can have while fishing. It's as good as it gets." And so I said, "Okay, I'm in." Turns out Bass Pro has a free initial fly fishing class where they take you out and they teach you really basic stuff on how to cast, and it's free. I would recommend it just to sort of get into it if you're not already. I looked at starting to book trips maybe. This'll have to do. I kept practicing casting at home and was doing my own thing, but I thought, at some point it'd be cool to go out on a real trip and maybe try and go sight casting for reds. JT Van Zandt usually books up way ahead of time. This might be pretty similar to what fly fishing on the Central Coast is like, because we got a decent amount of wind. Probably too much wind, but I'm on a heavier rod, so I don't know. We'll give it a try. First mistake, tying the fly to the leader before assembling the parts of the rod. I know, rookie move. This is my first time casting with any kind of fly on there with a hook. I've just been using mono at the tip and just been practicing. I looked a couple months ago and I just happened to see that there were some dates in 2022 that were still open. So I snatched up 2 of them, thereby throwing my hat over the fence. Here we are, just over a year from the trip I have planned with him. What have I done wrong so far? Alright, fucking thing just blew over. Everything. Just stabbed myself. I'm doing everything wrong. But on the plus side, I'm learning how to tie the fly to the leader because I've done it like 3 or 4 fucking times already. So remember a second ago when I said that I was good at tying flies? Well, I'm not good at tying flies apparently, because I just, on the first cast, lost the fly. Did I do everything wrong? Almost everything. Did I bring any extra flies? No. So, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I'm usually really good at finding things, but this is a fly in a haystack situation. I think I give up. Oh, shit. I'm a pretty great searcher when it comes to lost things. I found my wife's AirPod the other day, but I think I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm bummed, but if I can be this bad at something, you could do it and be mediocre at it. So keep the faith. I'm done with practicing casting, and I'm gonna start putting on flies and getting out there. So here we go. I'm pretty much just paying my dues in fly fishing, making all the rookie mistakes. But I guess that's how you learn, right? Oh shit, my fucking skateboard's over here. When I was doing the B-roll of me on the skateboard, that was fun. But I remembered I used to suck at skateboarding too. Like, I used to be terrible at it. I started 20 years ago probably, and I'm decent now, so. With this kind of stuff, you just kind of got to keep at it. Throw your hat over the fence and Some of it's going to suck. Some of it's going to be difficult. There's going to be a learning curve, but stick to it. See what happens. I'll probably be capturing this to make other people feel good about their fly fishing abilities. Or if somebody's interested about it, I mean, look at all the mistakes I'm making. It's part of the process, but I don't know. We'll see. Everything went wrong.